Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2021 ASEAN Korea Startup Week, live streaming from Seoul, Korea. It is my great honor to introduce myself to you today. My name is Shinn, and I'm delighted to be your MC for the next 3 days. And we thank you for joining us today for the opening ceremony of the 2021 ASEAN Korea Startup Week. The ASEAN Korea Startup Week, organized by the ASEAN Korea Center and Gyeonggi Center for Creative Economy and Innovation, invites promising startups from 10 ASEAN member states and provides opportunities to pitch their ideas to Korean and global investors. Participating startups of the ASEAN Korea Startup Week will take part in a business pitching contest where final winners will be selected. It is being held in a hybrid format for COVID safety measures, and today we will see startups from 10 AMS pitch to a panel of judges. For the opening ceremony, we will be inviting His Excellency Kim Hae-young, Secretary General of the ASEAN Korea Center, Mr. Shinn CEO of Gyeonggi Center for Creative Economy and Innovation, and His Excellency Sanjay Singh, Deputy Secretary General for ASEAN Economic Community in the ASEAN Secretariat, to deliver respective opening and congratulatory remarks. And now it is my pleasure to introduce His Excellency Kim Hae-young, Secretary General of the ASEAN Korea Center, for his opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome His Excellency to the stage with a big round of applause. Thank you very much, Secretary General. And now please allow me to invite Mr. Shinn CEO of Gyeonggi Center for Creative Economy and Innovation for his welcoming remarks. Please welcome him with a round of applause. Thank you very much, Mr. Shinn. Next, we would like to introduce another special guest. Congratulatory video message will be delivered by His Excellency Sanjay Singh, Deputy Secretary General of ASEAN Economic Community for the ASEAN Secretariat. Thank you very much, Deputy Secretary General. And now this marks the end of the opening ceremony for the 2021 ASEAN Korea Startup Week. We're now going to be introducing our judges and start the pitch contest for day one. Now, before we begin the online pitching, I'll give you a brief on the evaluation criteria. Evaluation consists of 2 rounds. In the first round, 8 judges assess documents, and in the second round, 8 judges will assess startup performances in pitching and Q&A sessions. Judge panel consists of investors and supporting organizations. It is expected that the judge panel will provide consultations and insights for startup maturation. The final winners will be those that receive the highest scores on both first and second rounds. And now let me introduce our judges who are joining us today. First, Jin. The Q&A session is limited to 5 minutes for each startup. If the Q&A session goes over 5 minutes, we will mute the mics and move on to the next pitch. We have 2 sessions today for 5 pitches, and after the first session, we'll have a 10-minute break. So now, without further ado, let's begin the 2021 ASEAN Korea Startup Week. And the first team to pitch is Mindtrex Academy from Brunei Darussalam. They provide a solution of digital learning platform to deliver meaningful outcomes with the assistance of artificial intelligence, any domains, academics, corporates, and communities. Let's welcome Mindtrex Academy.